why do we exfoliate? So if you can imagine, as you are getting older, the actual life cycle of your skin takes a lot longer. Actually, it tends to go with your life. So however old you are, that's how long your skin will take to replenish. So that's the life cycle of it. So at the moment I'm 47. So if I leave my skin as it is without exfoliating, it will take 47 days for my new fresh baby soft skin to appear underneath. So what we're really trying to do is help Mother Nature on its way by exfoliating our facial skin so that the products that we put on top will actually be enhanced and actually penetrate a lot deeper and a lot quicker, and also help with your makeup, because if you imagine you've got that extra dead skin cells sitting on your skin, they look dry, they can look flaky, you can look quite dull skinned. If you then buff all those away, whether it's manually or with a chemical exfoliator, when you then put your makeup on as well, it just sits better. It doesn't dry out. It just looks a lot better. So you don't get any little cracks and peels, and you don't get any dry little patches of skin. So exfoliation is really good for body and for your face. But this week we're going to talk about the face. So I thought I'd go through a few things because some of them are obvious. We all know the main ones that are in the topic brochure and online, but there's a few other ones that we have that you might not even realise they're exfoliators. So the first one is pretty obvious in a way, but it's actually a bamboo face cloth. So this one comes with our cleanser, or you can buy it individually on its own. And it's such a lovely soft texture, but it's actually a very natural soft exfoliator. So when you are using your cleanser, you are gently exfoliating your face. And the one thing to mention about exfoliation is if you have got rosacea or any skin conditions that are going to be aggravated by obviously physical rubbing or chemical ingredients, then obviously steer clear of exfoliation, or you can go the more gentle route, which we can talk about, but this is another gentle way. Certainly it's a soft lovely cloth. You can sort of dry buff it, or certainly when you're using your cleanser to remove it, it will lightly come away. So bamboo cloth, definitely number one. So they're our physical ones. So we have the Face Smooth. So the Face Smooth is probably the one that most people will think of when they think about exfoliators. It is an obvious one. And it's that sort of old school manual exfoliator. I remember years ago getting ones you put the little beads in your palm of your hand and you would manually sort of massage it all over your face. It tends to be around your nose area. Your T-zone tends to get quite dry as well, or you can get dry patches on your cheeks. But the best thing about Face Smooth is sometimes when you get the exfoliators from other brands, or I've had in the past, it's mainly all liquid with a few little beads, and they're normally chemical beads, they're not natural beads. This is all actually bamboo silica, so it's very, very light, very, very natural, a beautiful citrusy scent, and you can put a very small amount in the palm of your hand, you mix it with water, and then you exfoliate your whole skin, but it just gets rid of that beautiful dead skin. With exfoliation as well, because of how you don't want to over buff your skin. It's, exfoliation is good, but you don't want too much exfoliation. It's like a balance of both, really. So I would say you'd want to do this about once a week. You don't want to over exfoliate because you can get raw or aggravated skin. The idea is just to get rid of that dead skin layer. So we have physical ones. And then we also have chemical ones, which what they tend to do is more like dissolve the glue that holds the dead skin together. So it's not a physical thing. It would take longer to work. It wouldn't be as instantly obvious, because when you're using a physical one, you can almost see that your face is glowing and it's a lot clearer. Whereas the physical one will just obviously goes deeper into the skin cells. First one is actually one of our latest products, this is our Juicy Greens, and I use this every day, and it's great if you want to do daily exfoliation. So it's got our polyhydroxides in there, and it's got our niacinamide. I'm trying to read without my glasses, not very good. Niacinamide, so it's gentle enough to be used by all skin types, unless you have, I would say, rosacea or any redness, or you tend to steer clear of exfoliators. But it's perfect. I use that every single morning, and it just gets rid of those dead skin cells. So what it does is just gently get inside those skin cells, break down all the glue, what I call glue inside, and then gently breaks away, and then it will rinse off as well when you're actually then using your cleanser next. The other one, which I would say is more of one of our acids, the main other culprit that we have that most people will think of, is our fruit peel, our most gorgeous smelling serum. It's my favourite smell. For people who have children, it smells like Haribo. It's just gorgeous. Smells lovely, absolutely love it. But again, you don't want it more than once a week. So with this, you would, when you're using a chemical one, with the juicy greens, you would cleanse. Then you can just juicy greens all over your whole face. Obviously, don't go too near your eye socket. And you can do that with a cotton wool pad, whether a washable one or a normal one. And then you continue on with any serums or moisturisers that you're using, an SPF. The fruit peel would be done, so you do cleanse, you tone, then you can actually use another serum like a rainforest dew, because obviously hydration is definitely going to be key. But then I would tend to put this on as one of the last things that I would do, and then you can sort of sleep in it. And what I sort of envisage it to be like is like Pac-Man. It sits there and it eats all the dead skin cells off of your face, and I imagined I was going to wake up the first time I used it, it would be sort of like stuff on my pillow or something, but it's just gently eaten away by the magic in this bottle. So they're absolutely fabulous. And then you can just put like a light oil over it. I wouldn't put any moisturiser on the top of it. It has a slightly tacky, sticky sensation to it if you put too much on, so you only want a little bit, but then you can go with an oil over the top and then just go to sleep. But I would suggest doing this in the evening. So that's our chemical. So we have the water soluble ones, which are the alpha and polyhydroxides, which are the ones that go into the water, and they are juicy greens, and we have the fruit peel. We have oil soluble ones as well. I'll just get my bits in front of me here. The oil soluble ones are the beta hydroxides, or BHAs. So they travel into the pores. So this is really when you've got oilier skin, and you actually want to, you have either blemishes or shine, or you want to block out and clear out pores as well as exfoliate. And the products that we have here, we've got one of our newer serums from the last year or so, which is Ocean Dive. So this is like an on-the-spot treatment. This is not something you put all over your whole face. It comes with these gorgeous little bamboo buds. I'll just try and hold them up without them all falling out. They're really clever, actually. It's obviously all recyclable, compostable, shall I say. These cute little Q-tips. So you can either go in directly and use it very precisely on particular areas where you have blocked pores, or you can actually use a larger tip and go over your whole nose, your whole chin, your over T-zone, wherever you want to do it. But it is like a on-the-spot treatment. It's not something you put over your whole face, but it is wonderful. It goes right in. It's got salicylic acid and lactic acid, so it eats away. Imagine like the top plug of your pore, eats that away, buries down, and then it just clears out any blockage in your pores. So it is wonderful. So if you have blemish prone skin, I would certainly recommend that one. And that is a form of exfoliation because it's getting rid of all the dead skin as well. The other one that I would do, slightly more relaxing, you might think as well, is a face mask. So this is our New Horizons face mask. And in here we have our blue spirulina. So this is something you could use a couple of times a week. So if you have shiny skin or blocked pores in your T-zone, you can put this on your face. It's a clay mask. You can put it on with your hands. We do have a key, which is fab. Just get it off my other mask. This is the Waste Not wand, which is a really clever idea actually from Topic. It's like a metal wand, and it has a hole in it. So you put it into the top and then you basically wind it down. Really good for toothbrushes as well, actually. So if it just means you don't waste any of the products at all. So the New Horizons, because it's clay, it's again targeted, so you don't put over a whole face, because most people tend to have an oilier T-zone, but maybe drier patches on their skin. You don't want to completely, dry out your skin or actually attack those blemishes and that shine. So put it on your T-zone or wherever you can also use it on the spot sort of treatment as well, and sleep in that. With this, it's a clay, so you put a small amount in the palm of your hand. You can use your hands and fingers to sort of set that in place. Within about 5 minutes, it's a darker blue colour. It goes very, very pale. And what's not disgusting, but really, really interesting and fascinating thing to do is then you see every single pore on your nose appear. So it's really good at refining and reducing pore size, clearing out blackheads, whiteheads, clearing out just pores that are blocked really, and then you leave it on for about 10-15 minutes, and then you can rinse it off in the shower or over a bath or with a hot cloth, and you can do a bit of a bamboo cloth massage as well, and just an extra buffing and exfoliation. So these are available, I think they're £20 each, but you can get these free. There's a mask of choice of 3, and you get one of those free with the ABC, the Cleanse, Tone and Moisturise. So it's a great way of trying one of the exfoliating blemish clearing masks as well. And then the last type that we have, let me just double check that I've covered those, yeah, is going to be our enzymes, which again, there's so many different ways of exfoliating. We have enzymes, which is where they eat the top level. They are water activated, so they're powder based. So they're water activated and they eat the dead skin cells. Again, a bit like a Pac-Man figure in your head, if you can imagine that. We've got two different variations. I use this every single morning. It's the Clear Skies. And again, it has that blue spirulina in there. You put a small amount in the palm of your hand, put a dash of water, it goes blue. You keep massaging and mixing and it goes pale and a frothy foam. You just do a lovely face wash. Even if you're not, I would say, blemishy or you don't have any outbreaks anymore, it is great at reducing shine. So if you're someone who has an oily combination skin, it's as well as reducing sebum levels on your skin, it also actually hydrates. So sometimes when you use washes that are great at clearing oils off of your faces, it's also quite dry and it can be quite tight. This is so light and you don't need, your skin doesn't feel like it needs a massive drink and you need to put loads of moisturiser on it. It's very, very light, refreshing. You can do it in the shower. Great for teenagers as well, because my son uses this. My husband uses the other one, which I'll show you in a moment, but I use this every single morning. So if you don't want to do that whole, you know, hot cloth, cleanse, tone, moisturise thing in the morning, you can get up in the shower, Clear Skies, then carry on if you want to tone and moisturise SPF. I thoroughly recommend it, but it's really, really great. And it just reduces that shine on your face. And the alternative we have, which is really more aimed at men, but it's called the Clear Slate. But it's anybody who's really got blocked pores, really shiny skin, very oily combination skin. Men tend to have larger pores, more oil, not necessarily more breakouts, but they have really oil in their T-zone. Works exactly the same way as Clear Slate does. Clear Skies does. So you put a bit in the palm of your hand. It's like a charcoal grey colour. You mix it up and then just wash your whole face. My husband uses it every single day. I have other customers who use it on their whole head. If you've got if you've had spots or anything appear on your head, as men get older or they've shaved their heads and they want a really nice clear scalp, that's really great for that. Just really reducing oil levels, sebum production, but also hydrating at the same time. So it's exfoliating, reducing oils and clearing, but it's absolutely wonderful and I'd thoroughly recommend that to anybody. Again, teenage boys or girls or certainly men. I mean, I would suggest you definitely do that in the shower because it is that grey charcoal colour. It can make a bit of a mess, as you can imagine, if you're trying to clear it up. The Clear Skies not so much because it's just white powder, but if you do get it everywhere or they're a little bit handy with putting it out in their hands, it can go everywhere. So definitely try and do it in the shower. But my husband's been absolutely won over by it, and we've got some other friends, male friends as well, who use it. So thoroughly recommend that one. And it's one to get, if you have a man who's maybe a bit more reluctant to try and doesn't want to wash their face or doesn't want to cleanse, tone, moisturise, it's a way of getting that goodness onto their skin, really cleaning the skin properly, hydrating without them even knowing they're doing it. So they're our enzymes. So that's our exfoliation. So it's really key. Definitely try to do this once a week, twice a week if you can. Two different maybe sorts of exfoliation, whether it be a mask one day, a face smooth another. As sad as it sounds, because I think the weeks just click on and you forget what night you did what. What I tend to do is put a reminder in my phone and it'll be every 3 days. I'll say, fruit peel or a mask or something. I go, right, okay, I must do that. And it does help reduce the size of your pores, the shine on your skin, really makes it glow, and that beautiful baby soft skin comes up a lot quicker, and we're just moving Mother Nature along a little bit. But it's great to exfoliate.